I'm not going to be preaching to our audience. What I'm actually going to be doing is forcing our audience to think differently about these issues.
Okay.
So for instance, in our community, man, if you say that you like something a Republican is doing, man, folks will lose their mind. Oh, hell no. No. So, I don't know about all that. As opposed to, wait a minute, what's the issue? So I'll give you an example. A major civil rights leader told me, Roland, we've gotten more support on sentencing reform from Republican governors than we've gotten from Democratic governors.
Citizen reform, you said?
Sentencing reform.
Prison reform. Okay.
He said, yeah, prison reform, sentencing reform, on sentences, mandatory minimum, things like that.
I didn't know if I was hearing you right.
So all of a sudden, but he was kind of, you know, don't tell nobody. And I'm going, I said, wait a minute, time out. But isn't sentencing reform one of your major issues? Yeah. I said, so you are afraid to publicly say this Republican governor is doing great on this area because there may be 15 others you disagree with. I said, that's simple. We agree on this one. You doing a good job. On the other 15, we got a problem. To me, I don't see why you can't say both. So for me, it's challenging our audience to say, what's the real issue for us? Is it the issue or are you tripping on party? It's the same thing when it comes to education. I got black folks who get mad at me. Man, I can't believe you're a member of the Student First Board of Directors and I can't believe you support vouchers. And I will sit here and go, your kid goes to a school with a 90% failure rate. When all of these black politicians and civil rights leaders come on, I ain't got a problem. I'm not gonna have a problem asking them, your kids go to private school. See, it's a little hard for me to hear somebody vigorously defend a system that they won't even put their own kids in. There's a reason why. So that to me is how I think we use this show to challenge black conventional wisdom, to force folks to go, no, I might need to think about that a little bit differently. It don't mean I'm telling you become Republican. It don't mean I'm telling you become a Democrat. What I'm saying is, on this issue, you might want to reconsider. The other thing though is that because, look, I was able to cultivate, you know, look, African Americans obviously were my base on CNN. But I was able to cultivate a broader base beyond that. Man, I get stopped all over the country by white folks in South Carolina, Alabama, who say, I agree with you a hell of a whole lot. I got Republicans who stop me and say, I don't agree with a damn thing you say, but I appreciate your passion and your conviction, and I listen to what you say on different issues. And so I also think that for us, when we're talking about the economy, yes, we're going to be talking about specific things around black folk, but we're still going to be having a discussion on the economy that somebody can listen to and they can say, hey, man, I like the discussion they're having. You know, and so Alfred has made it clear that we're going to aggressively market the show. But this is where why I think social media is so important, because social media breaks down the walls. So you don't know who you're communicating with, you don't know who's retweeting, and so people will be able to learn things as a result of, man, I saw that clip. I mean, it happens all the time. Man, I briefly saw you on Dr. Phil's show. I had to start following you and see what you're talking about. And so we're going to get that as well. And even with Washington Watch, we have white folks who are watching Washington Watch. They say, man, I like y'all conversation. People say, I like your discussion better than what was happening over here on Meet the Press this week and CBS and Face the Nation. So I think that at the end of the day, you have to get the show up to then say, how now can we now broaden and talk to other folks. So I think that's important.